So, a while ago, a friend of mine who is not a car person was describing my YouTube channel and basically explaining why they enjoy it even though they're not into all my car projects and whatnot. And the line that they used was, "It's really fun to watch Pixel solve the problems that he finds or creates for himself." And I've never been so offended by being accurately described in my entire life. I say that jokingly, of course. But yeah, it was absolutely a case of like, wow, that's embarrassingly me. I bring this up because this is being filmed, regardless of when it comes out, this is being filmed about a half an hour after the outro for my video on installing these new front seats in the van. And I am at 4 o'clock at night on a Saturday, driving 2.5 hours to Maine to pick up some Ford Transit middle seats to install behind me because I found them on Craigslist and they're first come first serve, and I want some of those for the middle of this thing. So having just spent most of the day getting these seats installed and being kind of tired from all of that, I'm now committing myself to 5 hours of driving in order to acquire the seats that I want. So I'm going to put you on time lapse and we're going to get going. Hey all, forgot to set the camera up where you could watch it, which is a shame because me getting these seats in here was a interesting thing. So when I showed up, a bunch of them had been taken already. So what was left, I don't know if I can get the camera to show this worth a damn, but what was left was, yeah, it's not going to show it. I'll show you them later. One 2-seat seat like I wanted. I wanted one of those. One single seat, but the style that doesn't have the built-in seat belt. And one triple seat, which I didn't want. But what I ended up doing was I grabbed all of them, because what I'm hoping I can do is take one of the seat backs off the triple that has the built-in seat belt and put it on the single, and end up with a single with a built-in seatbelt. If not, whatever, I'm no worse off. But the triple is fucking heavy. Jesus Christ, that's a like 2 to 3 person job. Oh my god. And I had to drag it over and get it in the van, and it's wet because it's raining, so it's even heavier. But holy shit, I'm wiped out. Just getting the seat in the van. But yeah, so I got the seats. They're the black ones that I wanted, which is good. That's nice. But that's all I ended up with was those. The triple that I don't really want, but I might be able to use a seat back off of. The double that I'd really wanted, so that's really good. And then the single that I might be able to use if I can swap the back off the other one. I don't know, they didn't come with the brackets, the floor brackets, so I have to track those down. But that's okay. I may even be able to either make my own brackets or build some custom ones that go into the holes that are already in the floor just as a temporary thing until I locate a set of brackets, but I'll worry about that another time. But yeah, right now, I think what I'm gonna do is drive back to civilization. Not necessarily home, but I'm gonna drive back to civilization. And I'm gonna get some food or snack or something. And then go forward from there. But yeah, yay, seats, woot. Hey all, so I'm partway into my drive back and I just stopped off. I finally found civilization. Fueled up the van, 16.1 miles per gallon, which is not bad for a V6 powered full-size van. I stopped, I got beverages, I got a ton of road food. So I'm gonna eat terribly tonight, but I'm gonna enjoy it and I'm gonna get back on the road. All right, home safe, chairs dragged into the garage. These are unfortunately all wet, and what I didn't realize when I went to pick them up is that they've clearly been sitting outside for a bit. So it's kind of dirty and cruddy there, but I can clean them up. This one, the two-person one, that's definitely one that I absolutely wanted. That's awesome. It has the bases. They were just off. I left them in the van because they don't matter. I wanted some single-person ones, but I wanted ones with the built-in seat belts. You can see that one has a seat belt, this one doesn't. So I don't know if this one's going to be useful to me or not. I may be able to steal the back off of, or the seat belt assembly off of, or something off of one of these. Don't know. I'm going to figure that out. Whatever I do, it's going to do it in a way that's safe. So whatever. This triple one as a complete unit is useless to me because it's way too heavy. Like, I can barely move this damn thing. So I'm not going to install it in my van and have to ever deal with taking it out again. I think the two-person one's going to be the heaviest I ever want to deal with. So this seat, I'm either going to raid for parts and then scrap the rest, or if I don't end up using any part of it, I will offer it for free if somebody else down the line wants it. But either way, at the very minimum, I have acquired the two-person seat that I want. So this trip was not a fail, especially because I spent like 50 bucks in gas and like 10 bucks in tolls. So it was not expensive. You know, it's a $60 seat at worst for me. Yeah, so that was a successful, if not optimally successful drive. I was really hoping they would all be there and I could take my pick of them, but clearly people have been snagging them before me, so this was what was left. But anyway, I have bits to do the next project. I'm going to point the giant fan at them and just leave it running overnight to help dry them off. So I've been looking at these seats, and one of the big things I realized is they're different width. I assumed all the transit seats were going to have the seating positions be the same size, but they're very much not. These three seats are significantly wider than these seats or the singular one, to the point where these three seats are like something like 36 inches across both of these and that. 36 inches or 46 inches, something like that. And these are 50 something inches. Like, there's a distinct and large difference. So these seats are going to be more comfortable for larger people. These are much more sort of kid-sized seats or skinny people seats. But again, this 3-row is not viable for my needs because 2 people can barely wrestle this thing around. So if I'm going to have a setup where I'm regularly expecting to be taking seats in and out, I can't put a seat that I have no chance of installing and removing by myself in, versus this second row I can absolutely handle, or this two-seater I can absolutely handle, and a single-seater I can absolutely handle. So that's one of the things. It's just an interesting. I was trying to figure out if I could steal the belts off of these to mount to the single one that refuses to stand up right now. I can't, and not in a safe way, because these are integrated in. The retractor for them is mounted down here, and the bracket and everything is built into it. I could cut that bracket off and weld it into the other seat, but not in a way that I would feel confident about, because then the entire seatbelt would be dependent on a couple of welds on a bracket that I'd already hacked off of something else. So that's not viable. So really, off of this 3-row row, the only thing I really have to steal is the mounting brackets, just because they have the pull thing. I may even just be able to steal the pull thing off of them. Something else I just discovered. There's these little loops. I couldn't figure out what they are. They actually let these triple row ones recline slightly, which is cool. It's probably a little more comfortable. The double one does not have those. I really wish they made a double more like this. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't know, because I've never actually seen all the seats in a Transit. This single has its own semi-unique base. This is a bolt-in style base here, and then clearly the bar that went here ran long to also hook there, and then it has another mounting point at the back. If this seat was mirror imaged, it might be useful to me, because I could probably make some small modifications to it to make it easier and faster to remove while still being solid. But I don't know that I can safely mount it with the rail on this side and this support on this side, because this would have to be mounted against the left wall of the van, because there's no real place to mount it against the right wall of the van in a useful place. The seat belts sides could be swapped. That wouldn't be hard, but I don't think I can use this one easily. I'm going to fiddle with it a little, but I'm pretty sure that that's not going to be the case. So after fiddling with my new Transit seats, I still can definitely use this 2-seat one like I thought I could in the beginning. That's good, because this wasn't a bust. The parts I was hoping to raid off of the 3-seat one looks like it's not going to happen. And again, the 3-seat one just doesn't work for me because it's too damn heavy. The single-seat one I don't think I'm going to have a use for, but I may hang on to it and fiddle with it and see if I can make it work for me. I think a lot of it will depend on whether that bolt-in base can be swapped for a quick release one, and whether I can get that 4th mounting point mounted in a way that makes me feel confident about its safety. But yeah, at worst I'm going to mount the 2-seater in the van, because then I'll have a second row, so it won't just be a 2-seater van. It'll be a 4-seater at that point, which will make it a lot more useful. Anybody wants a 3-row Transit? By the time this comes out, I'll probably won't have it anymore. But yeah, this 3-row Transit is going to go back up on Facebook Marketplace for free. Hopefully somebody else will be able to find a use for it.